You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. Oh, there's something about your love. Something about your love changes everything in my body. Oh, something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. 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 Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything.
Good morning, Rooted Men. Pastor Tom, Firmly Rooted Ministries. It is Thursday morning. Looks like we're going to get some rain today, but still going to be an awesome day. Hope that you have a blessed day as well. Glad that you are joining us this morning for our devotion. I realized that I got ahead of myself, so I missed a section in Mark chapter 11. I think I talked about it a little bit, but I didn't know that that was part of mine. I thought it was part of Steve's devotion. So I'm going to go back and pull it all together and get ourselves back on track. Great news. Great news. Some of you know that I've done the study of the last week of Jesus's life, and it's a big deal. We start on Palm Sunday. Some year we might actually start on Saturday, and then we're going to go all the way to Good Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What did Jesus do the last week of his life? And at any rate, we've been working really hard. Aaron has been working the hardest in getting a study guide, the booklet for it. And we're going to be submitting it to Amazon today and hopefully getting approval. And everyone will be able to download or to buy one of those books from Amazon and be a part of the study dedicated to the last week of Jesus' life. And that way, when we live stream it, it can go out and people can order it from anywhere in the country and I guess anywhere and be a part of the study. So really, really exciting. We'll send out another notice once it is officially approved. But this is an exciting morning. All right, let's see who's on board. I'm out there and all the places, but including X. Good morning, Rooted Men. Ken Gooch, good morning, fellow brothers in arms. Burt Reggiani, good morning, gentlemen. Glenn Saddam, good morning, Rooted Men. Eric Vale, good morning. Brian Vlaming, good morning, men. Chris Connolly, good morning. My cousin, Dave Donnelly, good morning, as well as a bunch of others. We've got over 10 people on X, which is fantastic. Great to have all of you. Hit a forward on this devotion if you like it. And please follow. All right, so let me pull up the text so that I can straighten myself out and do this right. So what I realized is that Steve ended his on verse 18, right? My house will be called a house of prayer. I'm in 17 for all the nations, but you've made it a den of robbers. And the chief priests and the teachers of the law heard this and began looking for a way to kill him, right? Jesus is healing people, setting people free, preaching the truth, preaching freedom, and they want to kill him because, well, it's not what they believe, right? The religious people want to kill him, not sinners, not people who don't know him, religious people, for they feared him because the whole crowd was amazed at his teachings. The question is, why weren't they amazed at his teachings? Then I was supposed to talk about this section. When evening came, Jesus and his disciples went out to the city. In the morning, as they went along, they saw the fig tree withered from the roots, the fig tree that he cursed 24 hours earlier. Peter remembered and said to Jesus, "Hey, Rabbi, look, the fig tree you cursed is withered. It's like in one day, just boom, it's dead." And Jesus says, "Have faith in God. Truly, I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, go throw yourself into the sea, and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them." Now, listen, this isn't a magic charm. This isn't like I'm wishing something into existence. Understand, when we're praying to God, it is always thy will, not mine, be done. I mean, we got to watch out for these prosperity gospel people who think that I can will myself into an Audi. So be careful. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, there it is. Prayer is aligning our hearts with the heart of God, aligning our wills with the will of God. When that happens, believe that you've received it. Of course, if it's aligned with his will and aligned with his truth and aligned, then believe it. And it's going to be yours. It's not going to be yours because you believe it. It's going to be yours because you obediently asked for something that was true to his commands and true to his word and true to his heart. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them. I just want you all to realize the idea that God talks about love so much and forgiveness so much is proof positive that Christianity is not designed to be a religion, but a relationship. You don't forgive in a religion, but you forgive in a relationship, or else the relationship's going to be destroyed. Hence, God forgives us and we forgive others, just like we pray in the Lord's Prayer. So the whole idea is you're going to do greater things. The question is it true? And the answer is not really greater in the sense that we're going to do things Jesus couldn't do, but we're going to multiply the things that Jesus could do. Jesus could heal one person. Jesus could feed 5,000. Jesus could, he's one person. But the church is millions and millions of people throughout the world who are praying healing over people for spiritual, physical, and emotional reasons. And it's happening. I mean, we've seen here at Firmly Rooted, God move heaven and earth and heal people in all those ways. Healed relationships, healed physical bodies, cancer gone, infirmities gone. We've seen it. Mind, body, and soul, we've seen moving mountains, things that we thought would never get moved. And then that's when we go into what I did yesterday, that they begin to say, what authority are you doing these things? Who gave you this authority? Like, they know that he's doing it. He just took over the temple, for goodness sake, and he comes back the next day and takes it over again. These religious leaders want to do all the religious stuff they normally do, which is exchange money and sell lambs and get everybody ready for the Passover. It's a business. I mean, they earn a lot of money during this time, and Jesus has shut the whole thing down. And that's when he asks them that critical question. John's baptism, which kingdom is it from? Is it from God's kingdom or man's kingdom? And as we talked about yesterday, in their hypocrisy, they refuse to answer the question. They refuse. They know what the two possible answers are. Listen, they're not even thinking about what's the right answer. They know there's two. And they don't want to answer either one of them because they get condemned either way. So they say, I don't know. Jesus says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. That we should speak the truth. We should speak the truth to one another. So Jesus ends up not answering them. Now I think I got caught up. So let me pull myself back out of here. Boom. Dave Irons down at Firmly Rooted Greendale. Good morning. Good morning. So once again, really excited. We are going to live stream the last week of Jesus's Life Bible study starting on Palm Sunday and going every day to Good Friday, and obviously the culmination of Easter morning. But the big news is that we're going to be offering the Bible, the layout, the chronological Bible, the synoptic gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, right next to each other with space for notes and all sorts of things so that you can make your own little study book for the last week of Jesus' life. On the book, we're going to direct people to my YouTube playlist where there's a last week of Jesus' life. And we're going to have every year, we're going to add another one. So people can go back 2 years and watch one. They can go back to last year and watch one, and they can watch this year's live. So we got a lot going on. Spread the word, and we will let you know when the book actually gets approved and is ready to be purchased on Amazon. And then let's get at it. Let's be a part of what I think is the most significant study that anyone can do, the last week of Jesus' life. Why? Because I think it's the most important week in human history. Because if Jesus is who he says he is, and if he does the things he does during that week, then we have just met the game changer. We have just met the one thing that changes everything. A skeptic should watch this Bible study just because what if it's true? We know Jesus was crucified. We know he went through these trials. Even Jewish documents say so. But what if it's true that he bore our sins and rose again from the dead? What does that mean? See, it's a game changer. So, anyway, I'm not doing the study now. I'll give you a break. Everybody, have a blessed day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.